Today on Texas Country Music News, we're going to talk about the Western Express, a band out of Austin that has completely blown us away. They got 3 new singles out, Apple Music, Spotify, and wherever you get your music. Stay tuned for more. Next, we're going to talk about Parker Twalmy. He released All This Life on my birthday last 15th. We're going to talk about that new single and talk about how his music is different from anything we've heard in a while. Lastly, we're going to talk about Wade Bowen and his new album that he started dropping singles on last Friday the 15th. And then we're going to get into the Texas Country Now Top 10. You're going to hear about movement that has happened there. And then last but not least, we're going to jump over to the Apple Music Don't Mess with Texas Top 10. So stay tuned with us, and we will be right with you. Thanks for watching the Texas Country Music Now. Well, hey there, Texas. This is Brian, and I'm here for your Texas Country Music News Update. All right, well, today is your Texas Country Music News for July 18th, 2022. And I want to start things off with a couple, I guess you can call it singles or albums review. I'm going to start with one out of Austin. It's called, the band's called the Western Express. They've released 3 singles this year, all of them being Honky Tonk Saints, which is their most recent, Flower of the Rio Grande, and Loving You for a While. So I wrote some notes down here. I want to just read them to you real quick. I've listened to all these songs in and out, and this is my impressions of them. Okay, so Loving You for a While reminds me very much of a song we would have heard from Dwight Yoakam, Buck Owens, kind of that combo in the early to mid '90s. It kind of has that Mexican feel, and then it puts like a rockabilly guitar. That electric guitar, that bright sound. I believe it's Stephen Castillo's the lead singer. There's not a whole lot of info on the online about them, but I found what I could. I believe it's Stephen Castillo's voice. Man, it just cuts right through, comes out. He could almost be like Dwight Yoakam's cousin or something, but it's like a mix with Garth Brooks, which makes sense. The duo of Castillo and Philip Brush, they came together over their love for 80s and 90s pop country. But this is no pop country. It falls somewhere between Tex-Mex, Red Dirt, kind of that Bakersfield beat sound, but it comes off honest, pure. You can tell they're making the music that they truly love, and they really don't care what anybody thinks about it. But after listening to all 3 of their singles that they have, I would have to say for me, Loving You for a While is my favorite. If you want a good 2-step number, Honky Tonk Saints is going to be your kind of thing. And if you want something you can kind of cowboy waltz to, Flower on the Rio Grande is going to be your best bet. I definitely want to hear some more from these guys. I want to try to see if I can find them in concert somewhere, maybe sit down with an interview with them. But they have something totally fresh and different that I'm not hearing on the radio right now. So be sure to check out all their singles on all the music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, wherever you get your music from. Or you can just check them out at the Western Express, and it's .band. So the Western Express .band. So the next one, on my birthday, Parker Twalmy out of Austin, he released, it looks like his debut song. And there was one other song I found on Apple Music, but I think this is the one that he had up there. I don't know, it was up there 20 times on the same thing, so he must have really wanted to upload it. But it's called All This Life. And let me tell you, this guy is a troubadour. The song starts off with this great melody, and then this harmonica just comes in and it punches you kind of like right in the gut, right in the feels. It is amazing. Parker's voice comes in. It is so smooth, so bright. It has a hint of sadness though. It's really not the normal voice we hear on Texas radio. It doesn't sound like he's had maybe one too many whiskey shots. It's oddly soothing to listen to Parker's voice. The fiddle in the background of that song, it adds just like the perfect amount of counter harmonics, and it just gives this song this really full feeling. There is a harmonica, like I said at the beginning, but it carries through that song, and it just comes in at exactly the right moments when you think you're just kind of like relaxing and falling asleep to Parker's really soothing voice. it tends to just kind of like punch you and wake you up again. And I'm not saying that the song makes you fall asleep. It's just, it is such a good song. If I had to compare it to something, there are two kinds of whiskey. There is that sipping whiskey, that one you just want to put on rocks or just have dry and just sit back and relax and sip and enjoy the whiskey. And then there's the one you mix with Coke and you just get hammered on. This is definitely a sipping whiskey. This is a song you're just going to want to sit down, put your headphones on or put it on your radio and just sit back and have a nice drink and relax and listen to the music. The lyrics in it are on point, so make sure you check that out. Last kind of album song review I want to talk about is Wade Bowen. So I think it released 5 days ago. It took me a little bit of time to want to say anything about this because the two songs that you can hear on Apple Music are two completely different songs. And the one song, which is the number one song on the album, I believe that's the one that Wade is pushing the most. I'll get to that in a second. So I want to start with the other song. It's actually the second to last song on the album. It's called a Guitar, a Singer, and a Song, and it features Vince Gill. And I haven't dug too deep into who's playing what in the song, but I do get a feeling that Vince Gill is playing the guitar in there. It kind of has that Vince Gill clean guitar picking sound, and it really does sound like one of those really rare, amazing Martin guitars that Vince has. But Wade comes off with a great set of vocal dominance in the whole album, which is good because I don't know if y'all remember in 2018 Wade had some vocal surgery, and I'm glad to see he's fully recovered from that. His voice sounds great. Out of the two songs he's released, I believe A Guitar, a Singer, and a Song is the better song. It just has that more country feel to it. It has that more, it kind of harkens back to some of those late 80s, early 90s mid-tempo ballads. So not too slow, but not too fast, just kind of that good song tempo. The one that he's put out as kind of the primary single he wants to push, it's Everything Has Your Memory, and he co-wrote it with Eric Paslay, which is where I think the song kind of took a left turn from normal stuff that we would hear from Wade. It really does have a mainstream radio feel to it, and the reason I say that is rather than a clap track, it's got a snare drum in it, and that snare drum hits so on key every single beat, it sounds like a clap track. And it really does sound like something you could hear from Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line, Jason Aldean. Some of those guys, it's got kind of that really fast tempo, almost talk rap feel to the chorus and things. I'm not saying it's a bad song, because it's not. It's a great song. It's just not something that I would picture on Texas radio or something that I would picture, a guy in his farm truck out in Central Texas listening to. It's just not that kind of song. So, but I love the song. It's just not something I would picture on Texas radio. But moving forward, Wade for years has been probably one of the hardest working artists in Texas country music, and I don't think he's departed from that. He's put a great album together. I can't wait for the rest of these songs to release. And he's actually put out, so at the same time he was working on this, he was working on the album with Randy Rogers, and every song on that is doing, it's just great. And Rhinestone is doing great. They're touring together, so you can check out more on these songs. They're on on all your music platforms. Get them wherever you hear music. You can also go to wadebowen.com, or you can go to randyandwade.com if you want to figure out when Randy and Wade are going to be in your neighborhood. Couple top 10s. One of them is not really a true top 10, but I'll get to that in a second. So the Spotify top 10 had some movement around the weekend. If you didn't catch my last video, John Wolfe took the top spot on both the Texas Country Music Chart and the T3R chart last Friday. The Spotify I released on Saturday, but I'm going to get back to this. So Aaron Watson, still number one with Unwanted Man on the Spotify, Texas Country Now. Number two is Buddy with a Boat, Chad Cook, which is up a couple spots. Don't Do It in Texas, Katie Offerman, still at the number 3. Rhinestone, still at number 4. Highways, Corey Kent, number 5. Caitlin Butts, number 6 with Blood. Josh Grider, number 7, which I believe was number 9 last time. Long Way from Las Cruces. Ken Fo, which is new to this. Grain of Salt, Grace Tyler, Texas and You. And then also new to the top 10 is Meet Me in Texas with Palmer Anthony and Gracie York. So make sure you check out the Spotify Texas Country Now list. And then this next one, if you go to Apple Music, they have the Don't Mess with Texas album. And the way they sort those is by the most listened to. I believe it's daily. I don't think they do it weekly. I think it changes daily, and it might even change just on the day. But currently, right now, Zach Bryan has the top song in that list. Open the Gate. Muscadine Bloodline, Me on You is in that second spot. Dance Around the Truth, Aaron Watson is in the number 3 spot. Long Live Cowgirls, Ian Munsick and Cody Johnson is in that number 4 spot. You and a Honky Tonk, Randall King. Then Freeman, Bree Bagwell. Telling on My Heart, Casey Donahue. A Guitar, a Singer, and a Song, which, like I said, the more country song, Wade Bowen. And Wild as Her, Corey Kent. So that's your Texas Country Music News Update. Again, I am Brian Sprague, and I'm proud to bring this to you as often as I can. If you aren't following the Texas Country Music Connection on all the social medias, we're on every social media out there. You can just search Texas Country Music Connection, or you can go to txcountrymusic.net. Go to the Contact Us page, scroll down to the bottom. You can call us, you can text us, you can email us. You can find all of our socials there. We are slowly updating the website, and by we, I mean me. And then I have people kind of help feed me information. If you have a news story that you would like to hear about, or an artist you would like to hear about, or an artist that you would like us to interview, please get in contact with us, let us know. But until then, this has been your Texas Country Music Minute. I'm Brian, and we'll see you later.